Hello, everyone. This is Duran's Healing, and welcome to tonight's Healing Circle. For those of you who are new here, welcome to my channel as I provide weekly energetic updates for the collective. And as I begin to blaze this fire tonight, gather around and contribute your very powerful energy, whether it be a like, a share, subscribe, or comment below to let me know how these messages are showing up in your world. And with that being said, let's get right into the messages to see what the higher energy has in store for us tonight. And the message that's speaking the loudest is coming from your spirit guides and is directly in the fire. And for those of you who are new to my channel, the fire element symbolizes the other world. And when the stones show up in the fire, it allows me to get a depiction of what's going on in the other side. And I can tell you right now, it's blazing. The fire is hot. Their message that is coming from the other side is quite filled. And I would like to break it down to see what's brewing up in the other world. And for starters, I can see here that your spirit guide stone and your ancestor stone is sitting inside your interpersonal relationship ring. It looks like Saturn, where the rings are around it. And I'm not sure exactly how many rings that are around this planet. I think it's 7. For those of you who are familiar with astrology or the planetary system, tap in to let me know if this number is correct. But the imagery of Saturn is the way the stones are falling in place here. But the rings are symbolizing here in this spread the interpersonal relationships that you have in the other world. This looks like your ancestral council, your spirit guides who are closely associated with you, highlighting this very close-knit relationship that you have with the others or the energies that are radiating on the other side. And being that your pyramid stone is right next to it, they're saying to me that they have bestowed something in you that is very special, that is hereditary, that is specifically given to you from the other world, that makes you energetically different than the very paradigm that you're radiating on. And something in your mind, something in your conscious mind knows that you're radiating an otherworldly energy. You know that you're blessed. You know that you're poured into spiritually. And this is calming your spiritual body. This is calming you, but igniting you in the very same way. It's like you're your grandmother's favorite child or grandchild. You know, when you go in her house, you're going to be giving a special treat or a couple dollars. This is what blessing looks like. Blessing in the spirit world is not about having a lot of things, material abundance. Yes, it can transfer in the 3D in that way. But it has more to do with the fact that your psyche sits in comfort, that someone or something has blessed you, has given you a certain level of affirmation, a dowry, to where your psyche or your conscious know that you're something special. There's something about you. But I would like to see what this blessing is. What the other world has poured into you that is making your energy shift into a new space or an otherworldly space as you integrate or show up in the real world. What is this energy that the other world has poured into the collective? And the cards that came out were spiritual currency, protection, ancestral calling, flame, and visions. What I'm seeing here is that there is like a hierarchy, a royalty that you're a part of in the spirit world. Spiritual royalty is what I'm seeing here. A part of this severance package comes with protection. Not only energetic protection, but protecting you for your life's mission, for your life's calling. You see, you know why you're here. You know that you have been given a specific mission to fulfill here on this planet. You know what you're doing and you know where you're going. But you may not have associated this with your ancestral calling. This is a contract. What I'm seeing here is a coat of arms filled with your family's alliance, your family's lineage, your family's allegiance, profession. And you are a carrier of this very energetic vibration. And it's somehow attached to your calling, your mission, what you're here to fulfill. The fact that flame came up in the midst of the fire. This lets me know whatever excites you, whatever fuels your spirit is the direction you need to go or the direction that you're headed. You're headed towards the heat. You're headed towards the excitement. These are indicators that have been placed in your contract in order for you to know where you're going when you were born here on this planet. It's like they energetically calibrated a frequency to ensure that your physiological body will guide you on the proper path, in the right direction. You know when you're going the wrong way because you will feel depleted. You will feel low. Your energy will feel drained. You will not be as excited or enthused. But when your spirit lights up, you know this is where you need to go. This is where you need to head. And this is attached to your ancestral contract. Not only that, was on the other side of this flame that they're conveying to me is that it's in your visions. They're showing up to you in your visions, in the dreams that you have. Even when you denounce or deny, your physiological body showing you the direction, your intuition guiding you, they will circumvent that by showing you in your dreams symbols, signs, certain analogies so that you can know which direction to embark on. What will spark something up in your psyche to make you question when you're lost, when you're confused, when you don't know which way to go. Wow, this is very powerful. And though this is insightful in regards to the level of spiritual currency that you have, but I'm intrigued to see what your ancestral calling is. Give me 1 second, guys. What is the ancestral calling for the collective at this time? Oh, wow. In reference to your ancestral calling, the cards that came out were superpowers, history, feel it, 777, which is confirmation of this message, and destabilizing. What I'm downloading here is that your ancestral calling has to do with your ability to tap into your power. But your superpower is in reference to your ability to tap into history, to tap into the encyclopedias. But feel it came out, so this has more to do with your vision and your insight and awareness and the fact that your body has the capacity to synchronize itself down to history. What I'm seeing is like you can go into a time zone. You can go back into time and to grasp whatever piece of evidence that you need in order to solve or to bring about stabilizing the energetic frequency of the current paradigm that you live in. This is very abstract. I'm seeing such a unique vision here. Give me 1 second. I don't know if some of you get glimpses of visions, get glimpses of a depiction or a movie, but something here lets me know that your body has the capacity to go back into time, to tap into every sequence of events that is on the energetic thread of whatever circumstance that you're dealing with, to gain your evidence, to gain whatever you need to gain to stabilize or to destabilize the energies that are coming up against you. This is so profound to see. And to break this down into a much more insightful or intuitive level, if you're going through a situation and you may not be as visible or clear, you may be clogged by your love, you may be clogged by the care and the over devotion of your heart to people, places, and things, and you might overlook certain maladaptive behaviors that could destabilize you. You may overlook red flags. You may try to talk yourself or to give passes when your body knows that something may not be right here. But when your body no longer allows you to energetically deny the truth of the situation, it will sink you into the energetic thread or the historical thread of all these red flags that you missed very quickly, like a train running. You will see images and pictures of every situation, no matter how long the relationship lasted. You will see the history, whether it's 12 years or 20 years, run past your frontal lobe, and you will say, by God, how did I miss all of this? It's your superpower tapping you into what your mind failed to capture, where your body failed to acknowledge. You will always be protected. 777 came out, which confirms that you will always be in energetic alignment. You will never go too far left or too far right. You will always be balanced. You will always be complete. But you will do this much more quicker and much more sooner and much more seamlessly if you can understand that your ancestral calling is attached to your superpower and your ability to intuit on a historical level, flashing in front of you like a blazing fire. You will be able to destabilize any situation or any turbulence or any negativity that is not in your best interest. You may feel like there is something wrong with you by the fact that when you see it, you call it quits. You don't second guess yourself anymore because you've already given them grace. You've already bypassed or ignored the red flags. But once 777 reach its threshold, you can no longer deny the truth of the reality. And you must take the appropriate steps. This is very difficult to embody, but I can see that you're embracing your ancestral calling and the superpower that you have attached to it. This was very complex. Ooh, this almost took me out. These visions. Yes, I read stones. but I also channel and I download and I can see visions when I'm reading and downloading. But in order for me to do that, I have to close my eyes so I can't see in order for me to see. It's quite unique. And if you're still here with me tonight in this very powerful message, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, or comment below to let me know how this very powerful message is showing up in your world. And I can't even shift the energy right now. I'm still at the altar. I'm still in the other world. I'm still in the midst of the flames because they're telling me you can't go anywhere. We have more to say. We have more for you to convey. And the beauty in the spread here that I can see is your embrace of this gift. And depending on where you are in your spiritual journey, you might be at the beginning stages, feeling and sensing and seeing certain things. For those of you who have matured and maturated and understand that the gift that you have is indeed a part of your ancestral calling, you're trying to figure out how to maneuver yourself in the clearest way, in the most visible way, to where you're honoring yourself, you're honoring your spiritual body, you're honoring your feelings, and not allowing your mind to gaslight you out of the very visions and the insight that you're seeing. Oh, what I'm seeing is it's very difficult. In real time, I know I'm reading this from the other world, but as I listen to this story, I can understand how this translates in the physical. It's a very difficult process when you intuit on this level, when your intuition is so powerful that you can almost predict what's going to happen. Even when your mind or your eyes don't capture it immediately, because your spirit guides are so invested in intimately, closely connected to you, you're going to figure it out another way. It's going to show up to you one way or the other. So it's important that you articulate yourself to people very directly, very firmly. And even when you do, people will not believe that you will gain the insight about them that you have access to. And it's not like you're an investigator, like you're going out searching for people's mistakes or mishaps. It's more so that you live your life in a certain way. You live in alignment with your energetic body, and you do things that are in your best interest, that supports you, that uplifts you, that caters to your energetic body in a way that fulfills you, so that you could materialize your ancestral calling. And this is giving you a different level of access to the world. Though it may be hard to do and maneuver yourself in the real world, because people aren't like you. People don't move the way you do. People don't have the level of insight that you have. And you may scare people away. But the access that you have with the other world is fueling your body. It's fueling your soul. It's igniting you to take action, to go further, to go deeper, because you know the abundance and the wisdom that is coming to you. This is what you've been waiting for. Yes, you're a spiritual healer. Yes, you're a very intuitive person. But if they're going to open the door, you're going to step further into it. Who cares what people say about you? You're more excited about the other world. You're more excited about where your spirit is guiding you. But there is an obstacle here as you embrace or step forth in this direction. Because the obstacle stone is showing up here. Why? And I would like to dive back into the cards to see what this obstacle is about. What is the obstacle that is showing up here in the other world about? In terms of your obstacle that's showing up in the other world, the cards that came out were waking you up at night, turbulence, tend to the fire in you, and respect. The obstacle that is in the other world is really trying to knock at your door, trying to get your attention. Some of you may be having a disturbance in your sleep pattern. This energy may be waking you up at night, causing a bit of turbulence in your world energetically. This obstacle is doing this because they're saying you need to tend to the fire in you. You may be focusing your energy on outside things, whether it be a family system or a family dynamic that is very close to you that has taken your attention. It may be a relationship dynamic from your past and you're still ruminating on it. Something has gotten your attention that is pulling your attention away from the fire that is blazing within you. And the obstacle that is showing up is more to do with the fact that you're not respecting yourself enough in this space in order to gain access to what's available to you right now. And this respect has more to do with yourself. Has more to do with redirecting your energy on matters that's more important to your soul. That's more important to you. Because this is about timing. You're at a very unique position in the current cosmos, in the current conscious of things, and you're playing a very key role. And if you're allowing your attention to be redirected or misdirected in other areas, you're going to miss the very thing that they're trying to do to gain your attention. It has more to do with respect. You have to respect who you are right now. Honor who you are right now in the role that you're playing. And it's very difficult to do, and I understand when things are currently turbulent and you're in a very unique position to play a certain role. You can't just ignore it. However, they're saying divide your attention adequately. Divide your attention adequately so that you're still the captain of your ship, so that you're still moving, so that you're still growing and blazing the fire within you. Because you are the role model. You are the guiding light that is leading the current paradigm by your connection to the other world. They're pouring into you, which makes you the leader. You have to respect yourself enough to allow other people to go through what they need to go through. You have to allow other people to experience what their actions are taking them towards. They need their own life's lessons. Everyone has to carry their own cross. And your ancestral calling is so powerful. This message is redirecting you so that you can have a good night's rest. They don't have to wake you up at night because I have delivered the message. Period. Wow, I am hot. Wow, I have sat in this fire literally, elementally. Thank you all for being here and contributing your very powerful energy and allowing me to get a glimpse into what's going on in the other world. What I will do is fan myself and come down from this blazing fire and close out tonight's healing circle. And I will see you all at the next